The royal family very busy this weekend. Here to talk about it is our royal insider, Patricia Treble, and we showed a little bit during the top of the show of Prince William and Donald Trump meeting. What more can you tell us about this?
Yeah, so this is Prince William with his, his diplomatic hat on. Prince of Wales, this is what he does. This is what his father used to do for so many decades. Meeting with Donald Trump, 40-minute meeting, which is quite something. And they were talking about everything. So they're talking about world events. They're talking about U.S.-UK relations because, of course, it's the incoming administration, and they very much need that relationship to be strong. And also talking about the family. President Trump has always liked the late Queen, likes King Charles, likes the family, and it really shows. What was notable about that was that President Trump came to William. He went to the British Embassy. Normally, it's the other way around. People go to him.
Yeah, this was all taking place, by the way, in Paris during the reopening of the
exactly. So they did this. They did this afterwards, after the opening of Notre Dame. And I'm going to be honest. The two things: A, he likes the royals, but B, I think he's angling for another state visit. Because remember, he had a state visit when the Queen was on the throne, but now it's the King. He can have another state visit. Every reign, you can get another one. I would put money on it that in the next 4 years we're going to be seeing him on a state visit in Britain.
All right, we will see. Meantime, Westminster Abbey played host to Princess Catherine's 4th annual Christmas service back on Friday. Let's go through some of the highlights.
Biggest highlight for me was just seeing everyone. Seeing the kids with their parents. We've not seen them since June, since Trooping the Colour. They have grown. I mean, they are at that stage where every time we see them, they are shooting up. I think they're all going to be taller, definitely taller than Mom, probably. Some of them are going to get taller than their dad, who's 6'3". And it was just lovely seeing them all. Little Louis kind of stole the show. Princess Kate had this lovely, lovely story about he knew the surprise of the service, that there were going to be ballet dancers. And he kept it for an entire week from his sister, who is ballet mad, Princess Charlotte, because he didn't want to spoil the surprise. And then on the day of, he's like, Mom, can I tell her I'm bursting? And so he did that. And, hanging a little thank you to his grandparents for playing games with him on the thing. It was lovely. It was lovely seeing her family. And also a huge number of royals were there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the tag, I think, that Louis wrote to his grandparents.
Beautiful.
I think it was. I think it said something like, "Thank you for playing with me," right?
Exactly. Thank you for playing games with me.
Yeah.
And I just love that because we saw when Kate did her cancer, when she's free of cancer video, you saw them all around the table playing games.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the day before, William was serving lunch.
Yep. So he was he's done a lot of work for the homeless. This is probably his longest affiliation. It's with a charity London-based charity called The Passage. And he started there when he was 11 years old. His mom took him. And he's been going so long, he's now the patron. And he comes every year. He does, especially for the Christmas lunch. He's there serving the veg. And then he stayed around and he was meeting everyone. And you can see that he knows everyone. He goes there so often. He knows the staff. He knows the volunteers. He knows the clients. And it's just a lovely, lovely connection he has with this charity.
All right. Meantime, let's check in on the King and Queen. They were not at Kate's carol service on Friday, but they have unveiled their Christmas card.
Exactly. And no postal strike in Britain, so everyone gets Christmas cards. This is the standard one. It's a lovely picture. They've got their arms around each other. And if it kind of looks a bit familiar, there's symbolism in this because this was taken at the same time in the spring as the one where he was returning to public-facing duties after his surgery and after his cancer treatment. So it's like the whole year has come around in a full circle with this photo.
Okay. And we also got a health update from Camilla, did we not?
We did. It was last week was the state visit of the Emir Qatar, and she revealed at the reception that she's had pneumonia. So she had that chest infection she picked up last month. She hasn't been able to shake it. Yeah, she got pneumonia after that. And that explains why she's really, really fatigued. She says she's on the mend, but that it was just exhausting. And so even at the state visit, she went to the dinner, but didn't do the receiving line, didn't do the outdoor events. So kind of all that sort of having to accommodate for that.
There was also a surprise appearance at this dinner, was there not?
Exactly. We had Victoria and David Beckham who were there, and that was a huge surprise to everyone. They've never been to a state dinner before, and this is a big deal to be invited. Usually you have to have a relationship with somebody. So he was the ambassador for the World Cup when it was in Qatar, which explains that. He does some work for the King's Foundation, but I'm going to say they are A-class celebrities, but they distinctly look nervous because they are completely out of their element. I mean, those tables, incredibly elaborately done. There's probably, you know, a dozen pieces of cutlery. I'm thinking, if somebody got lessons.
I got to go back to our holiday etiquette from last week.
Shy. Back on that one.
Do I pick up next?
Send
Can
Shy
I
to the
get the cup?
Beckhams.
Yeah.
I never get it right.
Yeah. Actually, you get it right more often than not each and every week here.
Probably.
At the Royal Roundup.
Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia. Good to see you.
Welcome.